Hey, this is Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. And in today's video, we're going to talk about a Santander update. Um, there's a new update on their website. We're going to talk about some results from some customers. Results are starting to come in. I'm going to tell you the two ways that they're starting to come in. Going to talk about a court summons response that we did that got a delay. And also, we're going to talk about real quick to start things off. We're going to talk about the debt that's being released, being sold. The portfolio just made available $9.2 million, 6,100 accounts, selling it for $8,289. National accounts they don't state the charge off, but they have a weird word here. It says zombie OOS. I'm pretty sure the reason why they put that word in there is that this is probably all out of statute of limitations. They're selling this amount of debt for 0.0009 cents on the dollar. 0.0009 cents on the dollar. Average account $1,400. So if they closed out 7 people or six people, they would make all of their money back, and then they would just have over uh, 6,000 more people to try to fool into paying debt that's past statute of limitations. If you believe that your debt is past statute of limitations, which is every state has its own statute on how long a debt can legally be collected. Now, that's a debt that's been charged off and they have not gotten a judgment. So to be clear, that's a debt that has been charged off and has not been made into a judgment, had a court decision where you have a judgment against you. Uh, and you cannot have made a payment during that period of time, because every time you make a payment, even if it's just $1, it's going to reset it and reset the statute of limitations period over again. All right, now with the Santander, what they made an update to the website. So if you go to the website Santander, let's see here, Santander Multi-State Settlement.com. If you go there and if you read at the top, let's see here, on their information to consumers page, it says that there's an update from September 30th, just less than a week ago, and it says it right at the top that the time frame for mailing notices to consumers that are eligible for restitution is not yet known. Please check this website periodically for updates. So it still states that regardless if you're going to get relief, that nothing's going to happen. It's going to be on there. Well, nothing's going to happen at a faster pace than what they've got set up right now. It also states on here that to beware of, being fooled into thinking that you qualify. And that makes me want to talk about this story. They are saying that watch out for people that are making you think and getting your information and making you think that you may qualify for relief. Now, let's just step back. Let's go back before this multi-state settlement agreement was made. Did anybody qualify for relief for anything? For anything that's in this settlement, did anyone qualify for what they're doing? What they're doing, Santander is giving payment. They're giving waivers of repossession debt, debt deficiencies, and some people that have their cards right now that are paying on them, they're giving them the card, forgiving the debt, giving them the title. Now, did anyone in that group qualify for that to happen before the settlement? See, you have to think, you have to be ahead of the game and be a thinker. They don't want you to think about that. Stuck straight right here on their website. It states, going forward, Santander cannot extend financing if a consumer has a negative residual income after taking into consideration a list of actual monthly debt obligations. That one sentence will probably get everyone that has gotten a loan through Santander out of their loan. Uh, and that's for all 50 states. That's not just moving forward in the 34 states that they had the agreement with. But the same way how they had to get the attorney generals and do actions, individuals, before the attorney generals ever got involved, individuals made complaints. Some individuals went ahead and paid the extra money to sue them in court, and those individuals won. And then there were so many complaints with Santander that they ended up getting the attorney generals involved to do something about it. So never believe someone who tells you something can't happen, because no one would ever thought that they were going to be paying off cars and giving people the titles. If before this happened, would you have ever thought that that was possible? And have you ever heard of it happening before? So for you that maybe they say you don't qualify because you're in not in the 34 states. Maybe you send a demand letter and they say you just don't qualify. Well, why not reverse that on them and say, well, you stated going forward that I couldn't have negative residual income, and that your the auto dealer that you're working with is the one that filed false paperwork to your company to get this loan, and I want to get out of this loan. Like, I know most of the people who watch my videos about Santander state they just want to get away from them. They just want to get rid of the loan. They can even, if they could, take the car and forgive the debt, period. Because they don't even want to be involved with that company. People having interest rates of 25, 26, 30% interest. People that are paying on cars for 5, 6 years, and then they still have half of the amount of the loan that they still have to pay. Another thing that you need to watch out for that could help qualify you for relief, and I showed this in a previous video, where if you ever had your vehicle repoed and you paid the fee to get it back and they left it as a charge off on your credit reports, which they've done on all of them, and then they sent you a letter stating that they were a debt collector trying to collect a debt for your vehicle. In most states, they're not allowed to do that unless they're a registered debt collector. But in most states, really, I don't believe in any states, they might be trying to fix that problem now, but I don't even think you can be both. You can't be a finance company and a debt collection company. You would have to set up a different entity. Well, they got caught, and there's numerous lawsuits. And there was one that from an individual that won right here in my state of Wisconsin, where Santander sent a demand letter as a debt collector, and you cannot do that. You cannot do that. So there's all of these open doors that you can walk through. It's just that how many times are you going to keep pushing to have something happen? Think about it this way: if you owe Santander $25,000 and you had to do 10 letters with 10 different combinations of different things that you want to argue, and maybe you even had to step it up a level and file a action in court and file a consumer complaint, would that be worth you not having to pay the $25,000? What if they cut it in half? Would that be worth doing it? And it took you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters to get to that. Is that worth doing it? You know, some people might send one letter and then they quit. Some people send 2 letters and they quit. 3. Because you don't know which one is going to work, when it's going to happen for you. That's what makes people quit. You have to just keep pushing. And the more you push, you will see that doors open. And right here, what I'm telling you, go to the website, Santander multistatesettlement.com. and read at the bottom of the first page where it says, going forward, Santander cannot extend financing if a consumer has a negative residual income. How do you know if you have a negative residual income? Do you know if you have a negative residual income? Do you know what a negative residual income is? Most of you probably don't know, other than if it means negative. Well, hell, everybody thinks they don't have enough money. There's millionaires that don't think that they have enough money, and billionaires that want even more money. So, negative residual income, negative residual income. So, what who is the only person when you were getting a loan that can determine if you had negative residual income? That is the car dealer. So now you involve the car dealer and you involve them. And I guarantee you that the car dealer is not going to want to lose their license and lose their ability to get cars financed through Santander over your one loan. But you have to make so much noise that they would be like, stop this person, uh, pay that car off, do an insurance claim, whatever, because we have 1,000 other people that we're going to be able to finance. And so just put that one off on the drawing board. Okay, moving forward here, and I'm going to put the timestamp. Results are coming in. We got some results right here. And like I said, results are a courtesy during COVID, but this individual did get results in the mail and they got deletions. And these are not like accounts that uh, are not a big deal. This individual got one, two, three, or two regular collections taken off, uh, and they got a U.S. bank credit card taken off, and they got the child support was removed from their account, from their credit reports. And there's another one I got here. This one here, I put my notes on the back of this one. This one here was a furniture dispute. This collection agency stated that our client owed $1,175. They were coming after them. We did the furniture dispute. They wrote back in this letter, they wrote back, he scanned it and emailed it to us so I could put it on the website as a testimonial, uh, that our offices are in receipt of your letter of dispute pursuant to 15 USC Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Please be advised our record shows the account under dispute has been deleted from the credit bureaus due to dispute or reporting block, and that they're not going to go after this person for the debt, $1,175. That was just one account. Uh, our service fee for our service, $584.95. So he's doubled his investment if you want to just keep the numbers. But it took work. I told you what we're doing is that we're now coming at it from two ends. We're going at the bureaus and we're going at the furnishers. This letter here, when I look at the customer file, it's coming in. This happened because from going on the furniture dispute end. Next one that I want to talk about was a court summons. Uh, Individual customer of ours got a court summons from a debt collector for a credit card debt over $8,000. We did the research. It was past the statute of limitations for the state of Illinois for collecting credit card debt. Rather than doing the court answers, what we did is we simply did the statute of limitations letter directly to the attorney that's trying to collect the debt. He went to court today and they asked for a delay. They wanted more time. He did not know, he didn't listen to what I had told him to say, is that if they try to do a delay, that means that they don't have the information and you need to ask for a dismissal because that that response to the summons where we notified the debt collector that it was past statute of limitations was done more than 2 weeks ago. So they had plenty of time, but now he's going to have to wait. And when he goes back to court, they're probably going to try to ask for more time. But I told him, you remember, you have to ask for a dismissal. And they're probably just trying to see if he'll show up. If he doesn't show up, they would automatically get a default judgment. So you have to be very careful, very careful. Even if they say don't show up to court and they send you some type of letter in writing, you still should show up to court because you never know what stunt they're going to try to pull. All right, just so you know, because a lot of people call and they want to talk directly to me, and I want to let this be known the way that we do things here and the way that we have to do things here. I have employees that work for me, and what they do is they give me information from potential clients and from clients that what I mainly focus on is specialized work, doing the court responses. That's where it takes me a lot of time to do that stuff. And that's why I really want everyone, if you have questions, you deal with my staff. They have been doing this for years. And if they can't answer it, they're going to get it to me and then I'm going to get it back over. I really appreciate everyone wanting to talk to me. I really appreciate everyone watching the YouTube and, uh, you know, my wife say that my head might explode one day from the subscribers and all that stuff. But I just, for me, what I want to do is just give as many answers as possible. But I need everyone to understand that one person can't answer 1,000 people. Literally, almost every day, 1,000 something people either email, message, comments, or call the office. So we on staff full time, we have 8 people. So we will get stuff answered, but please understand the process that we have to do to be able to make this whole thing work because that's just the way that we have to do it, or I'd run myself ragged. So we're going to end it here. Uh, let's see, just to make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, we're going to end it here. If you need help with your credit, please visit thecreditrepairshop.com. If you need your credit reports and scores, please go to the number 3scores.com. Please subscribe to the channel. Please ask your questions because I do get in there and I answer them, or I'll answer them on the video. Please get notified of new videos because that's one way that you're going to get answers to your questions because a lot of people ask the same question just in a different way, and I do my best to answer them on here. So again, this is Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. Thank you, and until next time.